check.
Oh, hell no.
It's like every 2 podcasts, we just do the same podcast. I bet like when we've talked about this before, if we like listen to a podcast and we don't really remember what we said, like we laugh in the same parts when we're listening to it. Where it's like, oh shit, me and the podcast laugh, and then my mind will think of the same joke, and then me and the podcast will make the joke. Like you forgot you made. It's like, oh shit,
it's weird.
It's like an alternate Randy is in there doing a podcast.
It is like a simulation, like theory, where you're like viewing your past self,
but you don't realize we do these so many, yeah.
It's like when you make what was that?
I have a hard time listening to myself.
Me too. Well, you know what? Like I wouldn't listen. It's hard for me to listen to like a stand-up thing, but the podcast because we don't remember. Like I forget so much. Like sometimes I'll just be like, oh, listen to some of that because I remember laughing. Gay Cloud.
It goes in waves, where it's just like, oh, something really funny happened. I want to have someone listen to it, or we hear clips from like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Someone posts something or whatever.
Ooh,
damn,
that was a sophisticated one.
Yeah, they'll only have this one.
Hello,
Pretty
this
fun.
is M12. Finally back with another video. Today I've got something a little...
Okay, never mind.
I don't know. Not sure.
Sound effects pack. Okay, everybody has their little... Everybody on YouTube, like, they have to put their, like, fake production company logo.
Before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, this is M12. Finally back with
Oh,
another...
so it's the same guy. Hello. Let's see.
Yeah, I was just saying before we started the podcast, last time I saw you, Shane, was in Central Oregon, near where I grew up.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool. And there was like a couple Bone Zone people showed up that were fans of Shane and fans of the podcast. And I brought my friend. I won't name his name, but he's now a vice principal of a school in that area, and he went to Shane's drug show. I thought that was pretty cool. And he was like,
cool principal.
He's like, I'm gonna, he was like, it makes me want to like try, I was just like, that's, he's very open-minded. He's not, I mean, he's like a hunter. He's like kind of conservative, but not really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, that's cool. Like, I wish like the staff of my middle school growing up was as open-minded as it is now. Because he was like, it might suck if I bump into like a parent or something.
And you're on mushrooms or something.
Yeah. Well, right when we walked in, there was a lady by the front door, and he was like, oh, hey. And they started talking, and I was like, oh, no. And I was like, who's that? And he's like, that's the vice principal of one of the high schools. So it's like, even someone else was there.
I still haven't seen your drug show, Shane.
Huh? That's all right.
I tried to in New Orleans, but it was too crowded.
Oh, yeah.
Could you just do it for us?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be great,
Yeah, no,
actually, because Randy and I have had a long day.
Yeah,
we
I
have
think-
a part-time job at Subway.
Do you want the like extended version?
Yes.
How long is that?
Well, it comes in about 2.5 hours.
No. Just do like an hour.
Just
and
a
we'll
quick.
shout stop really loud when we've had enough.
I don't know if I can tighten it up that much. Can I get like? Can you give me like an hour 20?
Oh, damn, dude.
That was your intro. Prepare to have your mind expanded by the mind of Shane Mauss, throwing out the truth bomb, expanding your reality. Now, welcome to the stage, Shane Mauss.
I actually just did some weird. It was someone reached out to me. They'd seen me do the show in Oregon, and then they were like, I am an assistant or intern or something for some sort of radio show that's such and such, like herbal healing radio or something like that. And
They're
and
crazy,
I was
those
just
guys.
like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever. And then next thing I know, it's just like, okay, here's a questionnaire of 100 things you have to fill out ahead of time to like prep for like if you're doing morning radio, like lead in for jokes or what. But it was just like, what do you want to talk about? So name 10 things that you want to talk about and like write out the question. And so I finally, and I like put it off, and finally I was like, I'll sit down and write. Spend 2 hours writing out this thing for like a 30-minute. Like that. I don't know what this thing is, and no one's going to listen to. So finally, this woman, I get a call, and it's just like this really, really old, like hippie lady.
Yeah,
like 30 something.
No, like 75, 80.
Yeah, she
and
washes her pussy with a rock or something.
Yeah.
Like those like minerals.
It's crystals. Yeah.
She's got a crystal in her pussy.
Yeah. Pussy crystals, thick crystals for pussies.
Yeah, and coming up next, we have Shane Mauss their ad on the radio station.
And I get on, and she starts doing, like, they were like, what do you want on the website or whatever? And so I just copy and pasted my dumb bio from my website or whatever, and we get on, and so she's like, from Wisconsin, and he caught his break in 2007, and like reads off her, and I was like, oh no. And then she starts like, Conan, and she's like, I don't know who any of these people are. I haven't had a TV since JFK was assassinated or whatever. It was like, you got rid of your TV like exactly when JFK was assassinated.
She was like, I don't want to see anything like this ever again.
And I was like, okay. I was like, you don't have to say all that. Like you can just. And I was just like kind of making a joke of it. And she's talking about. Like she's like this very serious person. And so I was just like having, trying to have like, she had asked me about something. I tried to like give her like an answer about, yes, here's the therapeutic benefits of psychedelics or whatever. Like thinking that's what she wanted. Then like 15 minutes in, she's like, I thought you were going to be funny. She's like, she goes, bitch. She goes, well, I have to tell you, Shane, you're a stand-up comedian, and I heard you're going to be funny. I'm just going to have to ask you to tell me a joke. And I'm like,
jeez Louise.
I got to tell you a joke. I'm like, you're going to just pump the brakes right now on this casual, genuine conversation that we're having for me to tell you a little skit. And she's like, yep. And I was like, really?
Bye.
And then I was like, oh, like I almost hung up. But I was like, how did I get that? I was like, I didn't know if my PR person lined this up. I didn't know until afterwards when I looked back at it. It was just like, I should have just hung up.
Yeah.
I didn't want like my PR person. Like, and so I was just
say like that old crystal pussy lady.
Really
is a big, like you really
now
fucked
I can't
up,
get my
Shane.
other clients on the Crystal Pussy podcast. And so like I told a joke. I smoothed it over.
What joke was it?
Continued to have a conversation. Well, she had asked about like breaking my feet or whatever, and so I told some like whatever I could remember from my album about breaking my feet, and then she didn't laugh at all. And then I tried to like get back into having a general. And I was like saying funny things, like
well,
not
she
like,
hasn't had
not
a
like
TV
super
since
laugh out loud. Yeah, she hasn't.
Her sense of humor hasn't developed since then. She's like, you're gonna do that. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right, guy. No.
And then at the end again, like she's like, okay, well we gotta wrap up here, and she goes, well, you weren't as funny as I thought you were going to be.
That's like crotchety old, you know what I mean? Like, I guess certain ladies age differently, but
her Facebook is all just like love circles and stuff like that, and everyone's like holding hands and like feeling universal love, and then she's just like this heckler, like, say something funny. Like,
damn, dude.
You gotta stay away from those crystal
She hasn't
pussies.
been loved in a while.
That's always the way too, like the most complicated, annoying, where it's like, okay, I'm doing someone a favor and they're asking me all this shit. Okay, I'll do it. And then it just winds up. It's like, you're an asshole. This was like, that would be funny to like the questionnaire that they gave you. Like if you lived your life like morning radio where you had somebody go ahead before you go into like a social gathering, and they give everybody cards. And they're like, write down some leading questions for Randy before he gets in here. And then like Randy walks in with cards. So, so I hear that you're
Randy, I hear you're writing on a new thing. Why don't you tell me about that?
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you asked me that in real life.
And then as you're talking, I'm giving you the like wrap it up. Like, okay, we're gonna have to stop for break in a second here. We're gonna.
I had a thing recently. I was in San Francisco. I had 2 experiences on the radio in San Francisco last month, where one guy just went to my Wikipedia page and got all of his questions from there. But my Wikipedia page, like, anybody can edit it. All of our crazy fucking Bone Zone people, there's just all this dumb, untrue shit on there. And the guy's like, so you toured with Jeff Dunham. What was that like? And I'm like, nah, I didn't. I never met the guy. From 2006 to 2008, Walsh toured extensively as the opening act for Jeff Dunham. It says, and and then it said I won $100,000 in a comedy contest, and I did I won $10,000 like years ago. I was like, no, yeah, it was 10,000, and it was there was another. And then that me and Randy are twins with different birthdays. And every question he asked me, I'm like, no. I was like, yeah, Wikipedia is not a good source. So like that was like kind of fun because like it made it more fun than if he was just like looking at my bio, like, oh, so you got your start in Austin, Texas. Yeah. So that like made it kind of interesting and fun for me. And then there was another guy. The next radio show where he said, he's like, so do you have any, what do you talk about in your act or whatever?
What do you talk about in your act is always.
Well, because I think I was like,
what's your sense of humor like? What kind of jokes do you do?
He was like, asked me if I got political. Or, I don't know. I think because I was like talking about like 9/11 or something. Where I was like, it's an inside job or whatever. And he's like, you really believe that? And I was like, well, yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty rational, but not everybody seems to agree. Yeah. And he's like, well, what are you talking about? Like, and I was like, I mean, it's pretty casual. I just kind of like, and he's like, well, what's like a bit that, like, what's your favorite joke? And I was like, well, I mean, there is this thing that I really like doing, but it's very new. And like, I don't want people to like, I don't know. I kind of want to save it for people who come to the show. And he's like, I'll just do it. And I was like, well, I mean, I talk about like, well, my grandmom's in the hospital, and they're like, oh no. I go, no, it's great. She's having a baby. And they were like, what? Really? Wait, hold on. For real? And I'm like, yeah, she's having a baby. I'm going to have a baby uncle. And they're like, wait, is this? Hold on. I'm like, what do you? No, it's not real. My grandmom's not like.
You asked for a joke.
Yeah, it's like, hey, do a joke. Knock, knock. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, what is that?
Is someone actually
do
knocking?
We have to get up and answer the door? Or what do we do?
I also like when after shows when people like what people think is real and what is made up from my act. They'll be like, so did you really break your feet? I just made up that hour story. But then they'll be like, so what was it like to time travel and have a sex change and then fuck yourself? How are you? Your bullshit meter is off. I can always tell when someone read my Wikipedia page because when someone goes to interview me, because whoever wrote my Wikipedia page just like found a bunch of newspaper articles, and the newspaper articles always have to like make some hero story up. Like when I caught a few breaks early on, and it was like, this Boston guy done well, and then like read a page-long thing about like, and then he triumphed over the adversity of trying to spice up straight white dude that's never like had a problem in his life. And so I always know because they're like, so you had like a lot of like anxiety, before like starting. You read that on Wikipedia. Yeah. Like I always know right away.
There was actually that, and the name of the podcast escapes me, but I told you about it. It was like when you were going to be in Philly, there was a guy in New Jersey who does a podcast. Yeah. And that was one I felt almost bad, because that's the thing. Like, you do so many weird, shitty things that you're like, this is pointless, and why am I here? And not like there was a lot of press in Philadelphia, and I was being kind of shitty to the girl who was taking me around, because the last thing we had to do was this podcast in New Jersey. And she's like, it's like 20 minutes away. And I'm like, well, it's a podcast. I looked at their Twitter. I have like 10 times the amount of Twitter followers. It's not going to air before the show. I don't know why I'm doing this. Like, I want to go back to my hotel. And she was like, well, I mean, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of like annoyed that
tired
I'm driving to New Jersey to do a podcast. And it was like like this guy, I would have felt so bad. Well, I wouldn't have known, but because I almost was going to put my foot down and be like, no, just go back to the hotel. I'm not doing this. And it would have been so shitty because this guy did hours of research. Like it was the most like researched like interview I've ever, where I was like, holy shit, I forgot about that. And like, where did you even find that? And he was a great guy.
I've had two of those ever.
I know. Yeah. I think that's the only one that was like a legitimate, like, and he wasn't a freak too. Cause it's hard to balance. Like there could be a guy who knows a lot about you, but he's like,
yeah. So you still with that girl? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, this guy was great. I'll have to figure out that the name of that podcast because it's good. You should listen to it.
There's some guy in Atlanta that did one with me where I was like, everything about me and my career. Like, do you do this every time?
Yeah.
How do you?
I'll try to figure this one out. It was. Do you want to try to replicate the singing of this "Oh Hell No" sound drop?
Me?
I'll give it a shot.
Do you want to hear it again?
Yeah, I'm not sure I have it. Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
It's pretty good.
Do you want to give it a shot, Rain Man?
Yeah. Let me hear it.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
All right, I'm going to try it.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
Wow.
I keep messing up at the very end.
Do you want to do it again?
Yeah, maybe another shot.
You can do it.
Oh, hell no.
One more time.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no. Oh,
You're getting the
feel
notes
like
right, but it's not. You're not
close.
flowing.
It's-
I know, because I have
feel
to
like
pause
your
'cause
timing's just a
the
little
last part goes. It does like a wah, but
Yeah, it
the
does a
last little
wah.
part's tricky. So I paused because the time before that I ran it all together too much.
It's tricky. I mean, I'm not
you
going
wanna
to
try
say
it
it's
again?
not tricky.
Do you want to try it again, Shane?
we should. Can we just all do it at the exact same time?
Okay, we'll listen to it.
Okay.
And then do it in unison. We good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hell no.
Oh hell no! I think that was
pretty good.
That was pretty.
Yeah.
It sounded beautiful.
Should we call someone and sing it for them? I know we sang. Henry Phillips was on the podcast a couple weeks ago, and we went down the. We did this a few times.
Yeah. It hasn't been very long since we did this exact.
But it's
thing.
good. People aren't going to not like. We didn't call anyone though.
No.
maybe we
We
did.
could call someone and then have them tell us which one has the better one.
Okay.
Oh.
What's a what would be a good place to judge our singing?
I know.
Who won't
What,
hang
what's
up on
like
us?
what's like a place where you'd expect there to be like a lot of
I mean, we could
a
call
lot
it
of
a
like
record store.
singing around.
Record store.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
music
yeah.
Do you
store.
think they would
Yeah,
stay on the
yeah.
line?
I mean, that seems like
We'll
they
see.
listen to a lot of music.
Yeah.
They should
Some of them
know.
are probably
Aficionados.
aspire to be singers.
Yeah.
Like a lot of guitarists work at a guitar store before they get famous. Probably.
I worked at a mic stand place before I.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's how you learned your microphone
had
technique.
Yeah, and I sold microphones in small stages.
Oh hell no!
Hey, you gotta stop practicing. Like
Sorry.
you're getting.
I'm just a pretty good singer. I actually tweeted to Josh Groban today and told him I'm a better singer than him, and he accepted it.
He responded.
He responded to me before,
Yeah.
where I told him that I'm a better singer than him, and he was like, "Yeah, no, you're not," or whatever. I mean, by all accounts, he's a good guy. Like,
but not a good singer.
No. Well, I'm not saying he's not a good singer. I'm just saying I'm just as good.
See, then that would make me think that maybe he's not that good of a singer if you're just as
So then
good.
you're saying that I'm not that good.
Absolutely, Buckaroo.
Are you serious?
Yeah, right in your face. I'm telling you it.
The last podcast we did, remember I was singing at the beginning and doing all the octave stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say you're as good as me, maybe. Maybe not even.
Whoa.
Well, I've never seen this side of Randy before. Randy's always respected
How many times have I
honest-
been on
the
here? And
honest
this
side.
is the first time I've ever seen either one of you call one another a buckaroo. And I'm a little uncomfortable
Randy's
with
getting
it.
a little big for his britches.
How about
he's kind of, I think it's, and I'm not being, stop me if I'm out of line.
Okay.
But I feel like,
No, keep going.
I feel like Randy is
I just got
he's a little, he's getting a
careful.
little tired of living in my shadow.
yeah.
And he feels like he has to.
I'm gonna let you
it's
keep
like
going.
I'm not saying Randy's a
Careful.
bad singer,
Oh.
but I'm just saying that it's like it's time to he feels like it's time to challenge me
Oh, okay.
for I don't know like Roman times. Don't like guys who train guys how to fight with swords, and that guy tries to kill him with a sword eventually.
Yeah, usually it's like a sing off after that, like when the sword fight doesn't work.
Well, I'll back up, and I won't listen. I at least don't think you're as good as Josh Groban. Is that
Well,
okay
that's
to
the
say?
first time I'm hearing you say this.
Oh
You
shit!
used to agree with me. We can go back and listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's okay for each of you to have your own opinions and feelings, but and
sing
maybe
in-
you can communicate them in a way that isn't hurtful to the other
I
one.
sing in more styles than Josh Groban.
Okay.
I can sing. Okay, I'll do the "Oh hell no" in Josh Groban style.
Oh, okay.
But I can also do. Okay, here's
Prepare to be
reminder.
impressed, Buckaroo.
Okay, so I can do it in that style. Oh hell no! I didn't try that much,
That was
but
that one was actually for not trying much.
Yeah,
that
right.
one was
It
actually
wasn't
pretty
bad.
good.
It was a
like-
throwaway.
Josh Groban couldn't replicate that.
Okay.
But I can do it the way Josh Groban would do it.
Sure.
Oh, hell no!
I like the little look he gave me
Well,
afterwards.
if I just,
He's still looking at us that way.
Well, I mean,
I
'cause
had my
nailed it.
eyes closed. I was just trying to appreciate. I was just
picture
trying to
it.
visualize.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll have to get Josh Groban's number and have a sing off one day.
we will. That'd be amazing.
So, what is this? A record store?
It's
or-
like a record exchange. I think it's movies and music.
Okay.
Thank you for calling to your Records on Sahara. This is Christian. How can I help you?
Hey, Christian. This is Brendon. I'm here with Randy and Shane, and we were just arguing about who's a better singer. And I was wondering, could you just listen to this for 1 second? This is a recording.
Oh, hell no!
No, that's none of us, but I can.
That's what we're trying to replicate.
That's what we're trying to replicate.
and
So
you have to judge.
I'll go first. So number one.
All right.
So here's number
let
one.
me get my judge's cap on real quick.
Okay.
All right.
All right, let's do this.
All right. So, do you want to hear the original recording again, real quick?
Just one more time.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Just so now that I'm prepared, yeah, let's do it again.
Oh, hell no!
Now here's
All right.
number one. This is me.
This is Brendon.
Oh hell no!
All right. All right.
You just totally
Not
whiffed
bad.
on it. Oh, sorry.
Not bad. Yeah.
I'm influencing the
Okay.
judge
Now
now.
this one is Shane.
All right.
Oh hell no!
I liked that one. I like that one.
And now Randy.
And
All
now,
right.
and now Randy. Oh hell no!
All right. I'm gonna go with Randy, man. Randy wins.
Oh, I hate this.
Oh, hell no!
Do you guys have any other judges?
Maybe we need a second opinion.
we might need about 4 more judges.
Oh, thank you so much. My friend Brendon thinks he's
Yeah.
a better singer than Josh Groban.
We've been arguing.
Yeah. Are you familiar with Josh Groban?
I'm not too familiar with his music at all. No.
All right. Well, check this out. Tell me if you think that Josh Groban. I'm going to sing something, just a line in a Josh Groban style, and tell me if you think it's just as good, if not better, than Josh Groban.
All right.
Ave Maria.
That's it.
That was the whole. That was the whole. He's still thinking about it. Hello?
Did you like that, sir?
That was killer, man.
See,
Oh, thanks.
are you an aspiring musician or anything?
No, I'm not. But I would definitely say that was better than Josh Groban.
Thank you.
Oh. Ding, 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 ding.
Do you want to try to sing the "Aw Hell No" song?
You don't have to,
No.
but you get to.
You know what? Let me hear contestant number 2 again.
Oh!
Okay, here I'll play the original one again just to refresh your memory.
All right, go for it.
Oh, hell no.
All right, here comes Shane. This was number 2.
Oh, hell no!
Not bad. Here, and I'll do one too, just to.
This is
All right, fire one off for me.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh hell no!
It's still number 3, I feel like.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I'm still leaning towards 3.
the truth hurts sometimes, but we appreciate your honesty.
That feels so good. Thank you so much.
It sounds like there's some chicks in there. Are there some chicks shopping in there?
There's always chicks shopping in here, man.
What's the name of the place again?
Zia Records.
Can you put one of the girls on the phone?
I am totally not going to put a customer on the phone.
I don't blame you, but that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, how much have you guys been drinking or smoking tonight?
I'm completely sober.
Yeah, me too.
I've had a couple drinks.
Yeah, one of us has been drinking. That's a very reasonable question, and I'm
Yeah. I had 2 scoops of chocolate ice cream,
and I'm
chocolate.
36 years old and sober,
Yeah.
and
Nice.
tonight, not 36 years sober, just
Yeah.
I'm a 36-year-old who is sober tonight.
Yeah.
And calling you to see who is a better singer, and Randy is.
We're all in our 30s.
Yeah, we're all in our 30s. Yeah.
Do you guys sell any rock and roll like T-shirts and stuff there?
Yeah, we've got some T-shirts and stuff.
Do you have any T-shirts that look like a car ran them over, like it has tire tracks going across the chest?
No, nothing that classic.
Damn.
I'm looking for one of those.
Shoot.
What's your number 1 selling record these days?
Number 1 selling record. It usually changes, man. Right now, if we're saying just records, I would say,
Pink Floyd?
No, Pink Floyd kind of slowed down a little bit once we.
Roger
Stop
Waters
doing
is
the-
starting a new
Oh,
tour.
you know what? I bet Prince and David Bowie are selling
Oh, yeah.
pretty strongly lately.
Actually, no, man. It's always like the new artists, and they always sell strongly for like a month, and then nobody buys their records ever again.
So you guys
It's
sell,
always how it goes, man.
you
And
sell-
then there's no one. There's the occasional person that will come in and pick up like, one person will buy all of Prince records, or one person will come in and buy all of Bowie's records, or one person will come through and buy all of the Doors. But no one really like picks up the same. I don't see the same record over and over and over coming up.
All right. Well, it's a sign of
It's
the
always
times.
it's always an even spread, especially with records. Everyone has their own taste. But CDs, man, Led Zeppelin, man.
Really?
Everyone's always buying Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin CDs.
Yeah.
If you still use a CD player, you're
Yeah.
listening
Oh,
to
yeah.
Led Zeppelin.
That makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
What about DVDs? Is there a top selling
DVDs.
DVD?
Oh man, Doctor Strange just came out tonight, so everyone's picking that
Oh
up.
shit! Yeah.
yeah.
Well, tell
That's
them
a fantastic
everybody who's
one.
buying a Doctor Strange DVD. Tell them they fucked up because they should have seen it in IMAX 3D.
Yeah. Have you ever done DMT? Doctor Strange is a lot like DMT.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
We should all do it sometime.
Yeah, we should all get together and smoke some DMT.
Yeah. Shane has a whole show about it.
Yeah, I do. It's true.
Right on, man.
Well,
What's your name again?
My name's Christian.
Christian?
That's pretty good.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
All right, Christian.
well,
are you in
thanks.
Vegas?
I am, yes.
Are you doing any shows in Vegas anytime soon, Shane?
Yeah, I already went through Vegas.
Yep.
Shoot.
No,
What about
no.
you guys?
I am a regular old record store worker.
No, I well, yeah, I was kind of.
Man, Vegas, I was just in Vegas. Vegas is fun, man.
But I have some other customers trying to ask me questions.
I
Do you guys have
understand.
anything else I can help you out with tonight?
No.
No,
Thank
I
you
mean,
for
just
talking
put
to
one
me.
of
Maybe
those-
settle some more scores. Anything else we're doing?
Put one of those hot chicks on the phone, man.
Nah,
You work my magic.
Hey, you just asked if there were chicks in the store. You didn't ask for any hot chicks.
They were
I
hot.
can't help you with that
I mean,
one, man.
any female there, I'll propose to them right on the phone.
Oh yeah,
Just
put us over the speaker in the store, and we'll propose to the girls.
in unison.
Okay. Well, we love
I
you,
don't even think
Christian.
There's enough girls in here to all say yes.
Oh damn.
Well, thanks, Christian. We love you, man.
Thanks, Christian.
No worries. I love you too, guys.
Love
You
you.
guys keep safe and take it easy. Enjoy
Lo-
the rest of you guys' night and all that good jazz.
Yeah.
We'll talk
Thanks,
to you
man.
soon.
Love
Thanks.
you.
All right, take it easy,
See you,
fellas.
buddy.
Bye.
Bye.
That's we got to save that number.
Yeah, it's a good
Gotta
number.
call
Christian's
Christian
great.
again. Christian was the best. I mean,
Yeah.
that was
He's
really
very patient.
He was like, that's the way I feel most people should behave when they get a call from
Yeah.
us. Like, instead of, because you can go one of two directions. Like, you answer the phone. I say, listen, I'm going to play a clip. We're all going to sing it for you. Tell us who's best. And you go, listen, I'm really busy. Do you have a question concerning DVDs or records?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's really, you should be working in a record store. If you
Well,
have to
yeah.
have like a job that doesn't pay, if you want just like a real casual
Yeah,
job, work
where
in a-
you can
where you
play
can-
on the phone.
Yeah, you can take prank
But a lot of
phone
people
calls and
have
just not
jobs like
sweat it.
that, and they're like, listen, our policy is that we don't judge singing while on
We
the clock."
have wedding dresses to sell. We can't be.
I mean, that was
Christian was great.
about as good as it could have gotten. I guess that's it. So, thanks for listening, everybody. This is another episode of the Bone Zone starring Brendon Walsh, guest host Randy Liedtke, and secondary guest host.
No, we got lots of time left. We got lots of. I was just saving Christian's phone number in my phone. Yeah, he was a cool guy. He was honest about not being busy. You know, he could handle the call. He wasn't that busy. And then when it finally was like a little bit too much, and maybe he needed to do some stuff, and,
Sure.
and he was chill. I mean, it doesn't make for a good call in the sense that we kind of like to drive people crazy, but it was a fun outcome. Who would have thought we would have called this guy and he would have crowned me the king better than Brendon, who he
I got to say, I did choke a little bit. That
He
wasn't
said-
my best line.
That
he
wasn't.
said Brendon was better than Josh Groban, and I'm better than Brendon. So
Whoa.
that's kind of cool. I'm kind of the new king of the vocals.
No.
Yep.
You sang that one thing maybe a little bit better. And also, this goes into
We
voting.
already
Well, I
had
feel
a
like-
record store settle this.
I feel like
dispute.
people,
I mean,
but also
just, you have to
we
concede. Just
we
be
should,
a good sport.
We should call someone else. No, because I have a
Oh,
theory.
we gotta keep going.
I
now.
have a theory.
I think we should call a record store, play multiple old phone calls, and then have them judge which was the better phone call.
Oh,
I think we should do this 2 more times,
Well, I
and then have them judge which person responded to it the
Yeah.
best
I
out of
think
this. This is
people-
going to be a
Judge-
5-hour
the
long.
judges.
I think people generally vote for the last. Like if you say, okay, which one do you like, 1, 2, or 3? The last one they heard, they're like, oh, 3, because that's like the freshest in their mind, unless it's really bad.
It's possible.
Oh, look at these.
Anything's
Not to
possible.
distract, but I'm looking at the reviews of the place we just called. Friendly staff.
Yeah.
One of them says, as for the customer service, I have had mostly great customer service.
Yeah.
And then here's one.
I'd agree.
This place had a lot of good vinyl, very reasonably priced. The staff were helpful and incredibly nice. Suspiciously, almost too nice. That's pretty crazy.
Maybe it's a front for something.
That's pretty crazy. And it holds up. It holds up, man. Suspiciously too nice.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I was a little uncomfortable by how nice it was being.
Guy was obsessed with us. Damn, Christian.
Sorry, this was supposed to be the Indiana Jones theme, but somebody put that at the beginning.
I was trying to find our theme song to end our podcast.
Oh, this is the
I found the Jurassic Park
this is
theme.
the Jurassic Park one.
Exact same.
Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park.
It's Jurassic Park. Welcome to Jurassic Park. We have dinosaurs.
Lots of dinosaurs.
People in Jurassic Park.
Remember when we rode the Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland? And on our way out, that song was playing, and we were singing Jurassic Park on the way out. Everyone was like, "What the fuck?"
It's Jurassic. So
Yeah.
that's a walk down memory lane. Listen, folks, if you're a new listener, which you're not, we were hanging on to like 11 people.
No, our numbers are
Through the roof.
increasing every week.
Go back, listen to some classic Bone Zones. There's some good stuff in there. You know,
I get a lot of people come out to. I get a lot of Bone Zoners.
Do you really?
Yeah.
A couple people at each show, or
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
There's always a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they like to reminisce about some of the
Zone
things?
boners.
We had a pretty good, like one of the first times, maybe the
Well,
first
you also
time
have
you
to
were on.
understand, like it's not like I'm on that often. So to have people coming out regularly that had heard me, that means they're regular listeners.
Yeah,
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
We had a pretty epic Red Lobster call, like the first time you were on.
Yeah.
Or one of the first times we were calling. What the hell? I forget what the idea was. Oh, we were trying
to get it delivered.
Yeah. We're trying to get lobsters delivered from Red Lobster, and
And they don't deliver.
But we were
is the
like
joke.
behaving like we were a live show, so I forget what it was.
I can't remember either.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just kept being like, okay, and then you can just deliver it. And they're like, no, we don't. Like they kept having to correct us. That's fine. Well, you can just deliver it, and then that would be great.
Do you guys want to call this? I texted Brendon because I saw the sign,
Oh yeah.
and I thought it would be fun to.
Would you trade
call.
15 hours?
a week for $100,000?
Yeah, let's see what type of-
$100,000 a week? No, it can't be.
Well, let's clarify.
Or maybe it says 15 hours of work.
This is I saw like this is like this shitty tag board sign, like a sign that you'd see for like a rummage sale this way, like a magic marker. And I was like, want to make $100,000?
Yeah.
have $100,000
Yeah,
to pay.
buy a better
for
sign.
50
Yeah.
signs.
We'll
Let me
teach
see,
you how
let
to
me see
make
that
signs.
number.
Can I fix a drink? Randy?
Yeah, well, what do you want?
I don't know, just like a little rye or bourbon or something.
I don't know what I have as far as that. Let me look.
I could just I know what I'll do.
I have
I'll be
mostly
right back.
tequila right now.
I have a lot of tequila too. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I'll hold off on this call. Where did you see this sign?
I was in Florida.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't in
I
L.A.
was in Miami.
Oh.
Yeah, I was in
Ooh.
Miami. And
Will Smith
I
stomping
saw-
grounds. Welcome to Miami.
Yeah, and my other idea that I want to do is we won't have. I don't think we'll have time for both, but
maybe.
my other thing that I really want to do is I was in Minot, North Dakota, right after. I think I told you about this in Bend, like right after the election, and then there's like a billboard that was like, free shipping to Canada. If you don't like it, like we'll move you to Canada. And you like call a number and they'll move you to Canada. And I want to
That's pretty
see if
cool.
they'll
Yeah,
like,
I wonder
really
how many
because maybe I
people-
just want to go to Canada. Like maybe I'm just looking to move there anyway. So
Yeah.
now I can get the free moving.
Yeah, or if you just have some stuff you need to store up in Canada.
Yeah.
Cold storage. Save on refrigerated storage.
What if you wanted to ship drugs to Canada? You just
These
hire
guys set
them
up.
to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, you could set them up, put a bunch of like kiddie porn in a crate, and have them ship it, and have them get arrested. Yeah, I do remember you talking about that. That's interesting. I wonder if they like quickly were like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah,
Even-
it must be a tremendous amount of money.
Even they
To,
didn't
like-
think Trump would win.
Well, I think this is right after he won.
Oh,
so they're
okay.
like, if you don't like it, get out. Which
Yeah.
is exactly what like you had to hear that like the whole time, like through the early 2000s. I had to hear, if you don't like it, get out. And then we got a break from people saying that, and now it's
Yeah,
like
or
right
just
away,
we weren't
like,
hearing
"No,
it anymore.
Get out!
because we were saying it to everybody.
Yeah, were we?
No, but like,
I don't think that we were.
yeah, because they would.
I don't think I never heard that from.
No, yeah. I mean, I didn't ever say it because I always like the president that wins. Like, I don't. No one ever told me that.
Fair weather fan. That's
Yeah, I love the
Lakers.
Lakers when they were winning. I don't like them anymore. I like Golden State now, and I like the Yankees. I like whoever's winning. So I've always loved our presidents every year.
I was just saying that the other thing was the companies that will move you to Canada for free. Like if you don't like you don't like the U.S. anymore, they will just ship you out. I think that's awesome.
That's so interesting.
I wanna try to like see if I can move especially if you're like from LA, they'll be like super excited to get you
there's
out.
like a border,
LA to
there's a
Montreal.
border town that you want,
out
like
there.
you're moving to Bellingham, Washington, and you're like, well, it's not gonna. I'd rather move from Vancouver to Bellingham than from LA to Bellingham. Like get them to get you most of the way there, and then backtrack just a little bit. Bellingham, Washington, very specific reference, guys.
Been there.
It's like the mushroom
did a show
capital
there.
country.
Really?
Yeah.
As far as growing,
There's this guy Paul Stamets there that's like, not just psychedelic.
Do they
mushrooms,
naturally
just
grow
like,
there?
Yeah, like
Okay.
crazy. Yeah.
down in Florida too, right?
And there's like this guy that's like the leading expert on mushrooms. I've been trying to get him on my podcast,
wow.
but he uses like mushrooms to make like filtration systems for NASA for
Yeah,
like
well, fuck that guy.
spaceships and
He doesn't
stuff
know
like
what he's
that.
doing then.
Yeah.
He's using them wrong.
and so he like thinks I just want to talk about tripping around, which I sort of also do, but
But you're an
yeah,
intelligent
it's-
person,
Sure.
and you want to talk about intelligent things.
So.
Yeah, it's interesting. I didn't know that Bellingham. I knew that like the Northwest is a popular mushroom spot. It's very damp.
Yeah. It's a great place for it.
Temperature wise, I don't know. I would think warmer. I don't know anything about growing mushrooms, but it's fine.
I know Austin
I've
is
tried.
like
Pretty
after
cold.
it rains.
I know they're finicky as fuck.
Yeah.
People go, well, you need cow pastures.
Yeah,
too.
that's
They
number
grow
one.
out
You
of
need
cow
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 pasture.
patties.
They're kind of everywhere. I don't
Yeah.
think it takes much, but there's like
No.
different species, and in the Northwest, there's like every kind of species. It also might
they
just be the
naturally are.
culture out there that they're just. I think they also like just protect their nature a little bit more. And
Yeah.
then it's
Well, there's
nice,
more of
and
it.
then There's
Yeah.
a little more of it, and then.
Pave all that shit over. That's what I say.
Hell.
But,
Let's get more
but yeah,
Walmarts out there.
do you want to?
Yeah, let's call that number.
We need a few Walmarts.
Yeah, we want to make $100,000.
Would you trade $15? Yeah.
See, what trade is a weird term too, rather than just work.
Imagine this is gonna be.
It just ended. That's how this is gonna go.
Maybe the guy.
Well, it's super late. This is like
Yeah, but it's
Like
one. It's
one
a
in the morning
800
now.
number kind of. Right?
866.
Yeah, it's just.
Hello?
No, it just hangs up after
Yeah.
2 rings.
This is the place. This is.
Hi, this is the place. Here, I'll Google that number and see what comes up.
We could call bars. I just had an idea when I was fixing this drink. There were some bananas there, and I was like, are there any banana-based drinks that aren't daiquiri related? We could call bars and say that we want some banana drinks. Is there anything they could whip up for us?
I kind of want a banana drink now that you say that. I'm like,
Doesn't
why
sound
isn't that
bad.
There's
that
a
Rum banana mash.
in
I like a cucumber drink.
there's in
Oh, cucumber
Tijuana.
drinks, yeah.
It's not a alcoholic drink, but they have they have like agua frescas, like whatever. There's like a cucumber and there jamaica, which is hibiscus, and horchata is a agua fresca. But they have a banana one, and it's amazing. So it's like
So you could mix that with like some vodka.
yeah, it's really good. I mean, they call it like it translates to banana water. It's like
Yeah.
a platano de agua.
Oh, you know what? So when we were in Bend, Randy, me, but especially my girlfriend, likes absinthe.
Oh, yeah.
But we don't like know what we're doing or anything. And Randy knows like how to make cocktails and whatnot. And so he was like, "Here's how you make proper absinthe," which is just dripping cold water.
Yeah, you have to dilute it.
And we didn't know that, and then it made it. So then over the holidays, I had absinthe, and it was like I was doing like a magic trick for my family.
Hey, I found the Facebook page for that phone number. So it says, "We buy houses in South Florida. Solutions for buyers. Earn while you learn how to become a real estate investor. Make $10,000 per month in the process."
Well, it's $120,000.
There's a YouTube video. Should we click on it?
Sure.
$15 a week, so that's $2,500.
Hi, I'm Bob, Renata's founder and CEO. I get asked all the time, what makes Renata so great? The answer's simple. We don't just teach real estate investing. We create real estate investing.
Oh, it's a scam.
You guys, no, let's let it play out.
No, I know the type of thing it is.
So our listeners can
Stair-stepping
call
slowly
him.
or making major shifts.
So there was a guy on
Over the last 11
Undercover
years,
Boss
my
that's
instructors
just
and
like
I have been
this.
involved in over 6,000 deals. We've seen it all.
It's
Our
going nowhere.
students have made money through it all.
That's a long video.
Even and then how to make money from the deal.
So you have to pay.
I like that you started watching that and you were like, "Oh wait, this is
the sign didn't tip you off.
No, I know. Well, because there was this guy.
It's slickly produced though.
Yeah.
For like
Well, there's this guy on Undercover
looks great in
Boss
a
that
suit.
holds these big, these big conference room speeches, and it's like a mix between Tony Robbins and a house flipper. So it's like he's like, "You can do it. You can turn your life around. All you have to do is follow my rules," and people are all cheering for him. But they pay to go to his conference, and people on their way out, they're like, "Are you going to sign up for our 3-week-long class?" And they're just like, the guy's making money flipping houses, but he's also making money stealing from everybody.
Right.
That guy was such a
Pyramid
piece of
scheme.
shit.
hell no!"
I know.
That's
The
like
way
the
I-
stuff my grandma. I once had my grandma, who at the time she would have been like 91 or something like that, and still like very, very like with it. And she got a call. I wonder if I told this story before. She got a call, one of those calls that's like, "Your grandson's in prison and needs bail," or something like that. And it's not that she thought it was a fake call. It's that she just didn't give a fuck. So she was like, "Well, serves him right.
He's a druggie. He has a whole show about doing drugs. Of course he is."
And then how we found out was, so this cousin of mine is like, in his early 20s or something like that, and like not the type to send out Christmas cards. Like I don't send out Christmas cards, and he's a single early 20s guy, and so anyhow. That year she didn't get a Christmas card from him because he didn't send a Christmas card to anybody.
Right.
So then she called like his or someone in the family and was like, "Do you think that Ed is mad at me because I didn't get a Christmas card from him, and do you think he's mad because I didn't bail him out of jail?" And they're like, "What? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, when he was in jail in Mexico, and I didn't." And they're like, "What?" And then that's how we discovered that this
so
had happened.
funny.
But my grandma was just like,
Fuck 'em.
"Serves him right."
Yeah.
Click.
Old jailbird's out of jail
now.
hell no.
My grandma, someone was. She has a computer and is on Facebook and all this shit, and people, and her brain isn't working as good as it used to,
Right.
and people started fucking with her and got her to send them money and stuff, and
I feel bad about that.
it's terrible. And so then
I did it.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck.
She gave me $6,000.
No. It wasn't that much.
Well, you feel bad. I mean, I think that's
Now I do, but at the time it felt pretty good. Just free $6,000.
Yeah.
Well, now you gotta live with that guilt. I mean, I feel like she should apologize to you, really.
Yeah, get her on the phone.
No. No, because she would.
Oh, hell
she
no.
would call. Like my parents were, they were trying to like wipe everything off the computer. So because like somehow they got into her computer and but then she would forget, and then she would call my dad and be like, "Yeah, they called again," and like kind of forget that my parents were like, don't talk to them anymore. Like every couple of days she would be like, yeah, I was talking to them again, and they're like, no, stop it. Fucking just these ruthless people, man. Like, how can you? What I'm saying is, Brendon,
to them again. Oh,
stop.
Shit.
You gotta stop doing that to my
I mean, we talk about a lot of stuff. Number one, it's not all just to get the money.
She's paying you for your time.
Well, maybe if the rest of your family would call her and talk to her every now and then. I mean, yeah, I asked
if you
for
were
money
doing
at the
your
end of the call.
job, that's like the Maury argument.
They're slick.
If you were doing your job, I wouldn't have to
fell
go
for
down.
One of those things. I thought like I got tricked into thinking Chase Bank was actually calling me
yeah.
because like I don't know how they got their
careful.
hands on it, but I like read some story online about how like things you can do for budgeting or whatever, and you can usually like in certain circumstances you can get your credit card interest lowered like a couple points or whatever. And so I called to apply for this thing, and then a week later they're like, hey, we're with Chase Bank, and I was like, because I had just called.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck they figured that out.
It's tricky.
And like they had hacked them or something like that, or whatever happened. And then they started asking. I was like, "Oh, wait a second." I was like, "What is this?" And I stopped like just in time.
Yeah.
But have you guys had Ryan Singer on?
No.
I like Ryan.
He
We
has
should
a
have him on.
story. Oh my!
Oh,
God.
I know this story about the like jerking off on a camera, and they were trying to blackmail him.
Yeah.
It was like,
shit.
I don't like. What was the?
It was like some chick was just like, "Hey, you're hot," and then like
But how
tricks
did he
him into
meet
like
up, like,
having like virtual
cam
sex.
Yeah.
Cam sex or whatever. With
What site was he on? Like, how did they
no
get? Like,
idea.
did he meet her on Facebook or something?
I don't know a
or-
thing about. I just know
we
that
should talk
broad
to him
Because then they knew his
overview
name
of
and
it.
stuff. That's
And I think
crazy.
he's pretty open about it. I don't think we're
Yeah,
talking
no.
out of school.
I've heard him talking about it before on
yeah.
like some podcast or something like that. But I don't remember what it was, but I know it was a
think
fucking
Henry
fascinating
told me about this.
story.
Yeah, where
what
they
a
were
fucking
like,
thing to go through too. Like I wouldn't mind like say an ex like blasts out a picture of my
Yeah.
dick or something
Yeah.
like that. I wouldn't really care. But
Yeah,
to
it
to
just
have
sucks.
someone like look at this guy just
and they're like
jerking
probably
off
telling
on the
him
fucking-
like say
embarrassing.
say you want to
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
my tight pussy.
yeah.
And you're just like ugh, in the camera, like all disgusting.
Your fucking brain's turned
Yeah,
off.
so if you're gonna jerk off on camera, know that this can happen, and only show them your really good angles.
Yeah.
yeah,
like,
make sure you have a good
put
dick
some
angle.
Really
Makeup on
ham
your
it
dick.
up. Like, just be like super hot while you do it. Don't look gross.
But I mean, it's funny. The story's funny though, and we should have him on to tell it. But
Oh, he's
ultimately,
a
they
fucking
were like,
crazy funny guy anyway.
Yeah.
Plus,
I know him from
he loves
Dayton.
like fucking conspiracy stuff and what.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
he's, like,
yeah.
way into that.
yeah, we should have. We'll have him
yeah,
on
he doesn't.
soon.
He have a he said
Me
that
and
his
Paranormal You was-
girlfriend is a shapeshifter or something.
Yeah. And then, like he thought there was like a reptile, and
Yeah.
I think he still thinks
We
there's
got
a
it. Maybe
reptile
we'll
in
have
his
him
brain.
on for like a double podcast or something.
He's just like a really funny dude.
Yeah.
He's
I met him
super
in
bright,
Dayton,
too.
like,
He's just
years
like into
ago.
weird shit.
He used to live in Dayton and hang out at that Wiley's Club. Do you ever do Wiley's? Dayton.
No, I don't think so. Maybe I have. No, I don't think so.
It's yeah, whatever. It's there.
Yeah.
But
Oh, it sounds good.
I mean, it's
No,
like that whole
that's-
that whole area.
I know what you mean.
You
It's just
go,
like,
you
that's
go into the
fair.
marketing meeting. It's like they're hiring
We have
you
a
as your.
place, yeah.
It's a thing.
Well, they kind of like stopped working me there too for good reason. Me and John Evans, like,
Is that where you're like throwing mustard all over the
Yeah,
place?
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that story. And you took all the VHS tapes and you took
yeah, we like because
all the
there
tape
is
out
a-
of them.
there was a mustard incident.
Yeah, well, there's it was more of the VHS tapes. Like it's like it was a condo situation, and it was just like a typical B room condo thing. But it was in a high rise, but it was like all senior citizens live there. But you're up on the 9th floor, and you had a balcony, and they pay shit. Whatever. I'm not going to justify our poor behavior. We fucking drank a bottle of fucking Jägermeister during the show.
Right.
And went back to the club, and they had all these VHS tapes and a VCR, and we are like, oh, let's watch a movie. We put it in, and it didn't. The VCR didn't work. We're like, of course it doesn't fucking work. So then I had a wiffle ball, and I had a wiffle ball bat with me because I was driving. And so
Because I was driving.
Well, it was in my car.
up.
It was in my car. I mean, I wasn't like flying with a wiffle ball. I mean, I had my car there.
Your car.
And
He
so
was driving with the wiffle ball bat.
And then, like, if I have a wiffle ball bat in my car, like, it's because it ended up there and I forgot that it's in there. But you're like, well, I know just what to do in this situation.
Well, I had a wiffle ball
wiffle
and bat. Like, it's just fun to play wiffle
Yeah,
ball.
yeah.
If you're,
It
it's
is.
like, hey, let's
It's
go to the
true.
park
It's
and
true.
fucking. So
I'm not going
I
to
had the
dispute that
bat,
wiffle ball
and
is fun.
we started playing. Like, John would like throw the VHS tape, and I'd hit it with the wiffle ball bat, and it would like bounce off the fucking walls. Either way, we destroyed all these VHS tapes, and then there's just all these like all this ribbon of VHS tape. So then we just like started winging them. Like, we're up on the 9th floor, and there's like a big park right there. So we were just like winging them. I don't know what we were doing. Seeing how far we could throw them. And they were all like getting caught in the trees and like blowing in the wind. We're like, this is like Cirque du Soleil. Cirque du Soleil. It looks so cool. And then, of course, the next day we wake up like, oh, fuck. And like you look out and it's not as cool in the daytime. It's just like fucking all the trees have like VHS tape blowing, and it's a gray fucking Dayton, Ohio morning. And we're like, ah, fuck. And there's no way to get them out of the tree. We're just like, well, I mean, I don't know. And so we go to the club, and the guy, Rob, well, either way, I forget his name. But the guy who runs the club, his son, they called him Opie. He's at the club, and we show up, and he's like, hey, he's like, what'd you guys get into last night? We're like, oh, I don't know. We're just hanging out. And he's like, oh, yeah, well, I drove past, and it's a bunch of, looks like there's a bunch of fucking VHS tape stuck up in the trees. We're like, I don't know. Maybe it was one of those, like, geriatrics that live downstairs. And he's like, well, I bet if I go up to that condo, I bet old Ben-Hur's not still there, because there's a double tape of Ben-Hur.
I bet old Ben-Hur.
The most expensive one.
I mean, it wasn't even about the expense, but then we also like, because there was a fridge full of just like all this old shit. Like, they just never cleaned anything out. So there's like mayo that expired a year ago, and just like,
I know.
So we put everything in a pot and like. Like dumped it off the balcony, like tried to hit a truck that was driving by.
I was on your side. For a second.
We didn't cause any problems. Like, we didn't hit anybody with like fucking mayonnaise and shit. We were out of control. I mean, like, we were just like,
right,
because we never really worked together that much, because we were like kind of on the same level. But John was like headlining before me.
John can party.
Oh, yeah. We used to fucking, so that was like, I think maybe the first weekend we worked together. It was just like, we're going to fucking go crazy. And we did. And then, Wiley's never had me back since then.
Huh. I mean, some of those condos, they should be ashamed of themselves. When it's like, it's just, like, it goes from levels of irritation, like, why wouldn't you have shampoo and conditioner in this place? That's like a mild one where it's like, I need to get ready for a show. And like you book females and have them stay in here with like, no, really?
And this fucking disgusting mattress. And it's always just like a bed frame with like a double bed.
But sometimes it'll like smell like a dead body.
Yeah, no, it smells. Like, they all have that musty, like, they take you back to like, oh, I remember visiting a friend of mine in college who had
80s.
like a weird beach house or whatever. Yeah, it's just like everything's damp and like smelly. It's just insulting. And you get to, well, actually, I asked you about that. Like, there was that place in Dallas. And and I don't want to like,
and that one's actually the one I was just at, and it's a nice condo.
Yeah.
And no like shampoo and conditioner. It's like, God damn it. Even when it's like a nice condo, it's like,
well, in a nice
but then there's
condo,
like Denver Comedy Works. Have you ever been in that condo? It's like a fucking, I'm like, how can they afford to have this place?
But it's still,
it's
when you really
incredible.
look at it, though, like,
I don't know, man. That place is better than any hotel I've ever.
When's the last time you were? Because I was there a while ago.
6 months ago.
It's like a high rise. It's still that high rise place.
Yeah, but this is like a 2 or 3 bedroom fucking. This is like
I might have been at one.
luxury
They've always had a
suite.
reputation of.
And
having a nice
the
condo.
kitchen's like stocked with like fresh gallon of
See, I didn't have that
milk
there.
and like breakfast bars and all this shit. It's
But
like, what the fuck? Why can't everywhere be like this?
I mean, that's fine. Yeah, if there was some quality control in the condo situation, which I get it. You own a club, it's like cheaper to spend $1,000 a month on an apartment than pay $200 or $300 a night for a hotel. But I just made a rule at one point to my agent. I was like, no condos anymore. I'm just done with it. I'm too fucking old, and I'm just done. I did it. I paid my dues. I stayed in shit, and that's that. Yeah, that Dallas one. Like, I hear it's a good club, and you even said, well, the condo's not that bad, and I'm like, well, but you can't like make a rule and then be like, okay, this one time. You just have to be like, no, just tell them I want a hotel, and they would do it for certain people, and I get it. I'm like, I'm not going to pack it. I'm not Bert Kreischer. I'm not going to pack the club every night. You'll have like a decent weekend maybe, and and you'll save $1,000 by not putting me in a hotel. But I'm not going to go stay in the condo. I just can't.
Yeah, well, it was interesting when I was putting myself up through the tour, which I'm still on, but I did most of it already.
Which is different too. Like if it was like my own,
and I have
taking
to like
all the risk.
Yeah. And then I was like, having to put myself up, and then all of a sudden I'm like, well, now crashing on a couch isn't so bad when I'm the fucking one paying for it.
Well, because it's a different. You'll make an extra $600 that weekend.
Right.
And also, you don't. Well, I mean, you're doing okay. Like that you're selling tickets. So
yeah. I can get like nice Airbnbs and whatnot. But it's still a little insult. But that was I remember you called me because it was the Winnipeg one. That place is a fucking nightmare.
That's when I made the rule. Because I told
that
meltdown.
guy because I like that club. I told him, I was like, dude, you just need some new pillows. He's like, really? You're gonna complain about the pillows? I'm like, you need to sleep in that bed for one night. Just next time there's a free night, go and sleep in that bed, and you'll get new. Like it should be like, what was that rule where like the slumlords had to like stay in the like efficiency apartments or something like that 1 week out of the year just to see how. This is some place made a rule like that. That should be like comedy condos. If you are going to have a condo, you should have to stay in there for like 1 or 2 weeks.
No, you should have to stay there Thursday through. Because the weekend that I was there, it's a long weekend. It's like a Thursday through or it's like a Tuesday through Sunday.
I did 2-week runs there.
That's right. They did that with people. And I can't imagine, like, because not only is the condo the most bare bones piece of fucking shit, but there's nothing there. There's a mall. There's a dying mall right across the street that has like 2 stores in it. Like there's a grocery store, that's great because then you can get food. But that place, it's like psychological warfare to stay there because it's like, are you trying to make me depressed? Like, I don't have anybody to hang out with. I don't have anything to do. I can't go anywhere, especially before Uber and shit. Like, what are you going to do? You're just stuck here. You have to stay in the middle of nowhere.
Someone took me to downtown Winnipeg one time after I'd already worked the club like 3 times, and I was like, oh, there was actually things to do in Winnipeg?
There's like cool neighborhoods.
I thought it was like
There's
the
cool
shittiest
downtown
city I'd ever been to.
That's what made
that's all I had seen.
That's what made me even more angry because there was a kid like on the show and he had a podcast that he wanted me to do, and I was like, yeah, come, like take me out. Like because I'll look up record stores or whatever. Like if you can find like a decent record store, then it's going to be surrounded by probably a decent part of town. And I saw that, like that Friday I was there. I was like, oh, there's a lot of shit here. This is a decent place, but it's 30 minutes away from where I'm staying. And I lost it at that place. I kicked a hole in the wall.
Yeah. I think we had this conversation. Us 3 had this conversation because I did the club like 2 or 3 months after we talked about this.
Oh, did we talk about this already?
No, I mean, maybe a little bit, but it led, this was like over a year ago, but then I just got an Airbnb and paid for it out of my, because they were like, no, we can't give you any money for something. And I said, okay. And I found like a really nice Airbnb that was like cheap because it's Winnipeg. Yeah. And I just said, okay, I'll just eat it. And it was amazing. But they were like, oh, if you don't mind me asking, why why don't you want to stay in the condo?
Because you have a notoriously like fucking Guantanamo level
Yeah,
living situation.
That place will break.
But I was just like, oh no, I don't know. I just heard that this was a cool area.
And it's basically it was basically like it was like where you go to die. It was like
it's all old people there too.
It was all if you still have enough money to not be in a nursing home, you know, and
there's a
maybe
$300
can still
a month
take care of
apartment
yourself.
that-
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like that was the beginning of the end. Was like I cut my hand going into the place because it was like a weird door like that you had to like turn the key and hold it, and then there was like a safety thing and like there was a thing jutting out, and when I was like opening the door, I just like cut my like finger and was just like, this is now I'm like injured to get into a place I don't. But that I'm not proud of my behavior. But like the night because then they like took money out of my check that I wasn't expecting for some Canadian taxes, and I was like, I'm not leaving.
It's a city
until
tax
I get
there.
all the money. Yeah, but it was just like one of those like because it was like the amount of money I was being paid was I was like, okay, if it was like $1 less than this, I couldn't, I wouldn't do this. And then they were like, oh, there's $300 that we have to keep for Canada tax, and I was like, nobody told me about this.
Yeah.
No way, man. I've been in hell all week. I've been looking forward to leaving. So I was an asshole. They'll never have me back.
The week that I was there.
I like that club, and I like the dude too. Tyler I really actually liked him a lot, and I liked the club, and I liked the audiences. But like, fucking come on. I got in arguments.
Well, because
with
it's
him.
one of
He
those
knows how I
places
feel
too
about it. I
that
don't care who
like
cares.
all of the shows are sold out.
Yeah.
Whether it's because of you or not, they're all sold out.
It's so fucking cold.
Well, yeah, there's not like they just have a built-in like it's a great place to have a comedy club. So
The
it's
week
like,
that,
well,
the
I
week
could do
that I was
math.
there was when Conor McGregor lost to Nate Diaz.
Oh, I was at Rooster Teeth Feathers when that happened, and I bet on Nate Diaz.
Oh, really?
I watched it on Periscope because it was
I
between
got
shows.
I was like, I'm gonna miss the fight. I'm gonna be on stage. And when I got out, they were watching it on like an illegal stream on the computer. And the fight before was when Misha Tate beat.
Oh yeah,
Holly Holm.
Yeah.
And that went all 5. No, it went long though.
Yeah.
Maybe it didn't. Either way, I got off stage being like, it's probably already over. And it hadn't even started yet. And I was like, yeah.
Hell yeah.
And everybody there wanted McGregor to win. So everyone was like mad at me when I was like, yeah, motherfucker.
paid like 4-1.
I had a great weekend in Winnipeg. And I had it was like a nice brand new apartment with like a cool kitchen, and it was in like a cool French neighborhood, and you could walk across the bridge to get downtown. And I had one a Saturday late night show. I got pissed off at the table, and then everyone didn't like me. But every other show was like really good.
I wish that they would. I should start asking for buyouts.
That's what I asked for, but they
rather
said
than-
no.
Yeah, I know. I wish
I
that
always
they'd
do
get
that.
rid of like things. I wish that was just standard. Like they're always like,
Even if
here
they're,
you
like-
get
even if
X
there's, like,
amount
Do you
for
think
this,
people
and then
listening to this are enjoying this?
probably.
I
not.
mean, I don't know.
We've
It
already
just
given
seems
them
like-
about an hour. It's an hour and 7 minutes now. So
I
we've
was
already
thinking
gotten-
that. I was like, fuck, we're talking
It's
about
a
comedy
little
condos.
inside
Yeah,
baseball,
yeah.
but
All
maybe
right,
it's
let's
just
get back
like
to,
it lets people
let's get back
know
to
what you're
penises.
putting up with. Here's a thing though and this is for anybody, the Club Quarters Hotel. If you ever stay at a Club Quarters, for an extra $25, you can have a suite at the Club
really?
Quarters Hotel at all of them.
Well, if you book it in advance or just day
Nope.
of?
When
Yeah.
you show up,
Yeah.
because
If
that's
they have
where
it
the
available.
well, I don't want to say the name of the club because there might be some crazy fans. Well, but there are some clubs that use Club Quarters as their hotel, and Club Quarters are notoriously small fucking rooms. But I don't know how I found out, but maybe the front desk was like, for $25, do you want to upgrade to a suite for $25? And I was like, what? Yeah. So for like a weekend for $75, you have like a whole apartment.
Yeah.
So anybody who's ever staying at a Club Quarters,
I have people
upgrade.
tell me you checking into a hotel, you tip the guy $20, he'll give you a better room, and I'm like, you could probably just pay $20 extra to, you know what I mean? Like I've done that before where I'm like, do you have any? I thought this is gonna have like a nicer bathtub or something, and they go, oh, let me see. Oh yeah, if you want to pay like 10 extra, So
You a bathtub guy?
Oh man. Absolutely.
Randy shits in the bathtub. He's too big for the
My
toilet
butt's
seat.
too big. No, because I don't, I've never, like a nice big bathtub, I will do nothing but sit in the bathtub the whole fucking time.
That's wonderful.
And especially if I
that.
have a lady with me.
Oh,
picture it.
Bathtub's just kind of like if it was in my house, I'd be fine with it. But
I'm the opposite.
I can't stop
7,000
thinking
people
about
sat in it.
semen.
If it's in,
But the pillows, though, I mean, everything about hotels. If you think about it, you're
they're
just
clean. I turn them on, rinse them out a little bit. See, I'm the opposite. If it's my place, it's fucking filthy because you're taking showers in it every day, and there's like fucking gross stuff that needs to be scraped out. And even when you clean it good, you know what I mean? It doesn't look as clean as because then also in the hotels when the showers and the bathtub are separate. That's only what I'm talking about. When it's like a jacuzzi tub, that's when, because then most people don't even use it.
Oh hell no!
Oh hell yeah! Yeah.
Oh, that was
Thanks.
That's an unexpected
twist on a classic.
I twisted it because you're saying hell no to my bathtub, but I'm saying hell yeah, brother.
Oh hell yeah! Oh yeah!
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
The makes it a little easier because the Y you can go yeah instead of no because you can't say no. No.
We're pretty good at this.
We're gonna be really good.
I mean, I like that becoming a part of the pod. I know we did it with Henry, but like that's such a good sound. That's such a good clip.
Yeah.
I think it should just be its own separate podcast.
Yeah, the hell no.
Hell no. Like a 5-minute
podcast.
podcast where you talk about like things in the news. You're like, oh hell no.
Oh hell
no. You just do it exactly. You just sing. It's like, here, my guest today is this. And
that's a
then
good
they're
idea.
Sing
like a fucking 1-minute podcast. Hey, this is Randy.
No, you call Christian each week too, and be like, okay, we got someone
Christian's
else.
a good guy.
You got someone else.
Oh, that guy.
No,
you just have a guest and you play
so
it.
quickly he forgets who Christian is.
Jeez.
Oh, jeez. Oh, maybe because he thought I was a better singer than
confused.
you,
I thought
maybe?
he meant that. I thought he meant that you like. There's a Christian like religious.
Yeah, I get the confusion.
Oh, hell no!
Yeah, the Hell No podcast.
Well, let's
It's
do
just
that,
5 minutes.
Do you think
we
there's already
could
a
just
hell no?
do that.
I mean,
like
just
when you're on
after
the
you're
road,
done with
we Skype in. Like we just do that. We have a guest on the phone too, and we're just like, okay, well, welcome to the Hell No podcast. We could get like everybody.
I mean,
we
you
could
could
get anybody to just. You have to call us. We're gonna play a thing. You're gonna sing it. We're gonna sing it, and that's it.
And it's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I think you guys would get like really good at it
Wanna
after
know
a
what?
while too. But practice.
You want to know what a
makes
review?
perfect.
Someone would write a review and they say, "Is it good?" Oh hell no!
Hell yes to the Hell No podcast.
Yeah. Split cider.
Oh hell yes to hell no!
That's good.
That's
find out
the
who made
theme
that.
song.
Yeah.
Is that a YouTube
the
video?
theme song, dude.
Oh, hell no!
Welcome to another episode of the Hell No podcast. Today our guest is Noam Chomsky, and we're going to play the clip, and I'm going to sing it, then Noam's going to sing it.
Yeah.
All right,
Hell no, no.
are you there, Mr. Chomsky? Yes. All right. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Okay, thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll be back next week with Neil deGrasse Tyson. Oh, hell no.
Yeah, and then we go back to living in our mansions from this idea.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Stamps.com.
And then it's like 10 minutes of ads after the
It's still an
3
hour-long podcast.
Yeah.
It's all ads.
And while you're at Stamps.com, don't forget Dollar Shave Club.
The promo code, oh, hell no.
It's just like spelled super long. Hell no. Hell yeah.
Don't forget 8 A's,
Oh, hell no!
10 W's.
Oh, W.
Figure out how to spell it.
O-O-W-W-O-O-O.
You get 100% off if you spell it correctly in the promo code.
Yeah.
Oh, hell
What do you,
no!
What do you have? Where are your shows? Where this will be out next week.
Just a couple days.
Well, my big one is I'm doing Largo again with it on March 28th.
That's so awesome.
Tuesday.
That'll be fun.
And the last one went really well. So
Largo?
they booked it again. Yeah.
Well, come to that.
And then I'm adding. Go to ShaneMauss, MAUSS.com. I have around that time. I think I'm in like Oklahoma City and Tulsa. I have a Northeast tour that I'm putting together for end of May, June. I'm doing Bridgetown Comedy Festival and blah, blah, blah.
South by.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be at South by too.
Well, at least we should grab lunch or something.
Yeah.
Oh hell no!